messing around with the classes. When I get level 12, I want to go for... I just need 2 levels of Warlock for Beast Speech. But I also have Fighter and then level... I want level 4 of Rogue so I can get an extra bonus action so I can attack more. I think. I just wish this game had 1 more level. I could have what I wanted. Because level 5 Warlock and Fighter with level 3 Rogue. I could get 5. I can get 5 regular attacks in. Playing this game, I really want to get back into playing Divinity Original Sin 2. Really, since I've learned more about this type of game, I might be able to do better.
Don't mind if I do.
Narlo Essie. Grief and illness laid ruin, yet her heart held only compassion. The broken god be with her.
It's not enough. We have a gallery of villains to look out for, but now we could be infiltrated by a shape changer? I can't even tell if any of you are acting strange because you've been replaced, or because this group is full of weirdos.
Are you worried about Cazador finding out you're back?
I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee. Even with my newfound advantages, he's still an incredibly powerful vampire. But he's arrogant, too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike.
And how will you strike exactly? He won't be alone.
Neither will I, darling. At least I hope you'll come along for the show. But regardless, the plan is simple. Find him, stop him from gaining almighty power, and then really enjoy killing him. And if I can seize that almighty power for myself, well, all the better. Oh, darling, it sounds awful.
So Bal's chosen is a doppelganger. I should not be surprised. They have ever been among his favorite servants. Orin is testing you. Either she thinks herself a predator, playing with her food, or she fears what you might do. She spoke to you in a rather familiar fashion. More shapeshifter mind games, I suppose.
You seem to have experience with doppelgangers.
Ah. This all begins to ring a little too familiar for my liking. The last time I fought doppelgangers, the Balspawn Sarevok was using them to subvert the city government, aid his rise to power. But Orin, he's more predator than politician, I think. She simply wants to make us feel hunted, isolated. Tell the Lordling that Orin is watching. Seems that Gortash and Orin have had a little falling out. We should leverage that. As you wish. Watch your elders and learn.
I might get rid of a druid, make a full-on ranger. I wish there was an item that gave you speak with animals. Oh yeah, my naked statue.
Thou walkest alone. Love is no demand, and fate dost thou require, as thou...
With my character, I could actually get rid of the dual wielder and go for some dual scimitars. If I can get some really good scimitars, I might be able to do that. So I can, instead of getting dual wielder, get another perk. My main character, I could get rid of that if I get some really good scimitars. I just really like having dual-wielding longswords. Well, I could make her a level 4 rogue. For the my character's got a resistance to fire, so I need some resistance to other elements. So. Well, I could give her one level of rogue. Give her one level of wizard and some spells. Might come in handy.
skulking shapeshifter. She'll try to break our best asset, our trust. Fortunately, she's no match for our second best asset, me.
Orin, Skra, burn away the shadows she hides in, tear off her mask, and you'd reveal her for what she is, a shivering child.
Hello.
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
What harm? She's little, won't take up much space, or make much of a dent in our provisions.
Come back in 10 years. Of course you can stay, Yana. Pick a spot and settle in.
Yes! You've got a fire and everything. I can cook really good. Whatever you want. Thank you, thank you.
I have battled great evils, been mocked by villains of all sorts. But Orin, she is beyond even Thorm. Her mind is twisted beyond recognition. What is she capable of? And where will she strike next?
We're nearing the city. Are you excited to return? Reluctant? Little of both?
Baldur's Gate is where I first raised a glass in toast at the tender age of 14, and got so tipsy from wine, I puked in Dillard Portier's bushes. It's where the flaming fist chased me after I'd stolen a peach from a cart in the Wide. I got a good chewing out over it, too. It's where my father taught me to hold a rapier, to read books of law, to know right from wrong. It's been 7 years since I left. It's no paradise, but it's home, and it's worth saving. And you? The city's yours too, after all. How's it feel to be back?
I don't remember it, but I'm afraid of who might remember me.
No one knows better than I do the deep shadows haunting Baldur's Gate. But I also know you can find the light if you know where to look. And this I promise, you can always look to me.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey. What's next, I wonder?
Thou walkest alone. On all these harsh nights thou hast... Love is no domain of mine, but it is often cited as the purpose of mortal life. Where and thus dost thou require, and as thou...
probably should have done this off screen. I don't know.
All right, what now?
Orin toys with us where she could destroy us. Whatever her motivations, I hope she reveals them quickly.
That foul shapeshifter Orin is like a scavenger beast, probing us for weaknesses. Do not let her shake your resolve.
Have you heard from Thaniel since we moved on?
I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well. And Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves.
I feel like I shook up the other statue with the my equipment, but I really hate how becoming half a lizard gets rid of your eyes. I love my eyes too much. I really hate it. I don't mind the black veins all over your face, but I just I like these eyes way too much. Kind of like a look at that hairstyle actually. I like the hair, but I don't like the hair that covers the ears. Because if you're playing as a tiefling or piercings, you kind of want them to be visible. It's kind of redundant having piercings or big pointy ears and having them covered. I just really like this hair. It's my favourite. Favourite hairstyle for my character. I always, I always thought this was a funny idea. For me, there was like werewolf sideburns. Some of my characters I do that because it looks very werewolf-like. Okay, time to rest up.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
I'm just a cat. Please, talk to Yenna.
I'm not gonna hurt you, kitty.
I don't like talking.
Do you know what happened to Yenna's mother?
Nothing good, I don't think. She was very sick. Maybe she made like a cat and went off to spend her last life.
My cat's on her last life too. Aren't you, little Zell? I'm off. Okay.
Watching gods. But I never thought I would be happy to see the city again. Much less to smell it. The Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worm's Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe.
What are you hoping to find there again?
Information. The Chosen have a head start on us. I'd like to know what they've done with it.
How are you faring without your Harpers?
You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies, every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles.
I'd like to hear more about these old days.
Would you? In time, then. Perhaps once you found a rocking chair for me to doze off in.
I wanted to ask you something.
Ask it.
Is it true that you fought the Dead Three before?
It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And, bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder?
You're not that old, are you?
I've passed enough years that counting them is a waste of what remains. Which is to say, yes, I am that old.
Copper for your thoughts.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
Naughty, 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 little master. You have disobeyed your father's wishes one time too many. For she who fights with monsters should look to it that she herself becomes a monster. When you gaze long into the abyss also gazes into you. Another will embrace what you have rejected.
And that other will be your death. But your father loves you dearly. You may re-inherit yourself yet. Slaughter your line. Become the last of your name. Lord Baal shall have but one chosen.
Memories flood back, snatches of your story written in the blood of 1,000 victims. Years spent in worship of Baal, leading his savage congregation in prayer, sacrifice, and slaughter. You were their master, and he was yours. A cruel master, a dread lord, a devoted father. All is as you feared. You are a spawn of Baal, his heir, his scion.
That may be what I was, but it is not who I am now.
And yet, you know you will never be free of your urge if you don't confront your past. You are not the last of your name. Not yet. There is another. The abomination wrapped in flesh you saw in the colony. Orin, it's time for a family reunion. But be wary of your confessors. Will friend turn to foe, knowing what you are? Tonight's troubled rest is, as ever, overwhelmed by your killing fate. You dangle above a dark precipice, one move away from falling. Another watches your body while it is possessed by the night. You do not dream alone.
Dark dreams? I think I can guess. Visions of blood on your hands. The blood in your veins, perhaps. For all the gifts Baal's children inherit, a peaceful night's sleep is not among them.
How could you possibly know?
The dreams alone do not concern me. It is what waking deeds they might inspire. Are you truly your own master? What is it you feel when father's dreams come calling?
It's sickening. I never asked for this power, and hope to be rid of it.
There is one certain way. I hold it in my hand. This is your father's true legacy. Not his children, but the fear they plant in us. The savagery it blossoms into. In another time, with another of your kind, we found a better way. I would dearly like to find it again.
Tell me what I must do.
You would not be the first to turn the taint in your blood to your advantage. But there are barriers a Baalspawn must overcome first. Those of your kind. Orin. I am sure you already know that so long as she lives, she will never stop hunting you. It might be that you have to turn and face her. You cannot change that. All you can choose is how you meet her. As another bloodied child of Baal? Or as yourself? All I can offer is the promise that, should you choose to do so, you will not meet her alone. For now, take what rest you can. I will watch over you this night.
To watch over me, or to protect against me?
I suppose you'll have your answer when you wake in the morning.
No more dreams await you in sleep this night. Only the warm knowledge that indeed you are not alone.
I brought my own paring knife.
Baldur's Gate at last. We should find Sharess's caress. Voss will be waiting.
I discovered I'm a Baal spawn. The Lord of Murder's blood flows through me.
I'm not surprised. You've become death incarnate. Mighty, yes. And altogether unpredictable and intractable. One day, perhaps soon, Baal will demand your fealty. You'll either muster the strength to defy him, or you will succumb. I know how I'd choose.
Well met.
I am born of the Lord of Murder. I am a Baal spawn.
Hells. It explains so much. Listen to me. I knew another like you. Gorion's ward. One of Baldur's Gate's great heroes. Baal's blood ran through their veins too. They burned away their own darkness with their own inner light. They chose courage. They chose honor. And so can you.
What's on your mind?
I'm a Baal spawn.
That's a heavy weight. I know you can carry it, but it's heavy all the same. You are so much more than your parents. You're more than the affliction that wants to consume you. You are my friend. And you get to choose your destiny. Choose well, all right? Please.
The urges are calling on you again, aren't they? I haven't seen you sleep through the night once in the past days.
I had a vision. Don't be alarmed, but I've divined with near certainty that Lord Baal is my father.
I knew you had some nasty habits, but I didn't want to pry over much, but bloody hells. A Baal spawn. Probably more Baldurian parents scare their children with stories of your kind than mine. I thought your kind was extinct. Goes to show. You should always check your facts. So, how are you feeling? Keen to reconnect with your family? Or ready to throw yourself in an oubliette?
I'm very afraid. How can I stand up to a god? He wants me to cause carnage.
You know, I didn't realize you and I were so alike. I felt paralyzed to do anything about Cazador for so many decades. I gave up on myself. I gave up on any hope of escape after a few lashes. Baal controls you in much the same way. I don't know how you could beat him. But I do know this. You must try. The half-life of a mind-addled slave is worse than death. Don't become his. I wouldn't live another century as one for all the moonstones in Evereska.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
I understand my affliction at last. I am a Baal spawn. The Lord of Murder compels me.
I suppose that makes you quite remarkable. Though not in a way I'd envy, perhaps. From what little I can recall hearing of Baal's mortal children, not all succumb to his influence. Perhaps you can still resist your nature, if you want to.
Almost pleasant traveling with company. Fine. What's on your mind?
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in
Hand
his
that
mouth.
over.
Here. I hope you like it. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
I know the truth about myself at last. I'm a spawn of Baal.
A Baal spawn? Gosh. I know what it is to have a closer connection than most with the gods. But with Baal, that's not a bond I'd like to be bound with. You should be careful. Very, very careful.
Oakfather preserve you.
Baal spawn, I am.
You are a mortal child of Baal. Be careful with whom you share that fact. I hear many of your kind have met premature ends.
ails you? Marsh fever? Feather lung? Be quick, I've not got all day.
Do I look diseased to you?
Reckon so. There's something off about you anyway. Might be brain rot. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a dead high priest to see to.
Who's the priest?
Father Logan. You've not heard? One of the refugees killed him. Cruelly, too. They cut off his hand, sawed right through the bone. I found a paralytic poison on one of his wounds. Logan was alive while they took the hand. He just couldn't scream. It's sick. We give them everything, and all we get is nothing but a good man to bury.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Who killed you?
Dwarf, dressed in red.
Why did he kill you?
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
What were you doing when you died?
Hiding Brilgor from fists.
Where did you hide him?
Took him to the tunnel with the rest. Oh, fool.
Why were you hiding Brilgor?
Must protect innocence. Ilmater's will.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Please, leave me be.
I think I've got all I needed to.
Here we be. Take me to my cherished Shira, and thy reward shall be plenty.
I still can't believe anyone would murder Father Logan.
There's enough blood to...
Look, investigator. Brilgor might have been a criminal, but he was no murderer. You're missing something. You have to be.
Enough, Yanis. Listen to yourself. You are defending a man who ritually slaughtered your high priest. The evidence speaks for itself. Brilgor killed Father Logan, then, be it out of shame or profane duty, offed himself with the same blade. Case closed, Sister Yanis.
Shitey little elephant. Oh, I apologize, stranger. Language like that hardly befits a rector of Ilmater.
Don't apologize. Brilgor couldn't have killed Father Logan. He doesn't fit the killer's profile.
Brilgor was a refugee. No one sticks up for them at the best of times, and with Gortash in power...
They make a fine target for the real culprit, too. Unlikely to be missed, where they weren't wanted to begin with.
Well, I expect the Flaming Fists will ban refugee aid now one of them's blamed for murder.
Let me help you. I'll look around, see if there's anything to prove Brilgor's innocent.
Feel free to look around the temple. But fair warning, the investigator won't change her mind without significant new evidence.
Any idea what I should be looking for?
Valeria never found the murder weapon, so that could be a start. Anything disproving the refugee murder-suicide angle, really.
Where can I find the investigator?
Charessa's Caress would be my best bet. That's her usual haunt after closing a case.
Can you tell me where to find Shira Clorin?
I can tell you where to find her, but she won't be very chatty, I'm afraid. Shira passed away last year. Peacefully, mind. We buried her in the crypt under the temple, if you wish to visit.
I best be get going.
I really hope you find something. For all our sakes.
We interpret scripture and teachings, but we know nothing.
All's well, I hope, aside from the obvious.
We let more outsiders in, and more Baldurians die. Duke Stelnane, Father Lorcan, it's no coincidence.
We have faith here, Bill. Faith in people, no matter where they're from.
Who had more faith than Father Lorcan? How did that work out?
Is there any victim more fitting than one who would forgive his own murderer?
Exactly. Lorgan let a killer into our temple due to his misguided compassion. His faith got him murdered.
Bill, I beg you, be quiet. Even sinners receive Ilmater's grace, and Father Lorgan knew that. We don't pick and choose who we aid.
Sounds like your god would be proud of Father Lorgan.
Thank you, stranger. I take some solace knowing that he died in Ilmater's service.
Does Ilmater's service involve protecting heretic absolutists? Or perhaps I missed that sermon.
Enough, Bill. You seem a kind soul. Our temple is open to you. Walk well.
A temple of exactly this. Exactly this.
Ilmater's edict is to welcome all into his embrace.
What in the hells was that?
An earthquake, perhaps. Strong enough to rouse the dead, too.
We loved Father Lorgan as you did. We would never Ravengard, I think. I heard he's a good man.
And move.
Yeah, well, this time they weren't feeling polite.
What's the rush, Sob?
I don't even know where I should go.
One way to skin a crescent. We'll find a way into the city.
I know. Please let the children in. I've nothing but scraps for days.
Stelnane's dead. Crime of passion, deeper conspiracy.
Stelnane is dead. This does not bode well.
There's nowhere else to go.
Ah, a new face. Something to send? Don't be shy. Welcome to Sword Coast Couriers. To send and to serve.
delivery not guaranteed.
I'm sorry to tell you, I found the body of one of your couriers. He carried this letter.
Gormwick! That's a real shame. Fine courier he was. Stumped how I'll replace him. Most want to get into the city these days, not leave it. We've had to cut our courier services completely. I'll tell you, it's left me in a right pickle. I've sent what I can by pigeon, but now something's attacking them and all. Become a postmaster, Danzo. It'll be easy. Nobody mentions having to spend your evenings hunting for pigeon carcasses, do they?
You sense there's more to his anxiety than a few missing letters.
Level with me. What's really going on here?
Oh, well, one of the missing letters is my own correspondence. A personal matter, nothing serious. But you can understand if people think I can't even deliver my own letters, I'd be finished.
I can track this letter down, but I'll need my expenses paid up front.
I suppose there's no harm in you taking a look. Here's something to get you started. Bring me the letter, unopened, and you'll get the rest. Don't suppose you've, stumbled across those letters yet?
Nothing yet, I'll keep looking.
Much appreciated. They'll turn up in the last place you look.
Citizens only. I won't say it again. But we want to
Bet you want to know all about Stelmane's murder? Hottest topic in Rivington. Apart from the March of the Absolute's army, I suppose. Got today's edition of the Baldur's Mouth Gazette right here. You want one?
I'll take one.
Excellent. You enjoy that one, all right? It's really gory. You want another one? You know when you... Oh, go on then. You've twisted my arm.
Oh, that thing looks awesome.
He's only a boy. You must understand.
Sir, great headline. I can't let you in.
I thought we'd be safe in the gate. I heard the stories.
You want. We've got enough mouths to feed.
I was gonna do something.
We don't need your kind.
Our readers will be outraged.
Our kind?
Refugees. Outsiders.
Page material. Enough, Kenza. Sir, you need to stay clear. That'll great headline.
We can't get in. I have family here. They said we'd be welcome.
Heartless bastards. If they'd just listen.
Outraged. Damned outsiders. Swarming the place.
This is front page.
Take it somewhere else. My hands are full.
The Duke. Ravengard. A
great headline.
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around.
That's the first visual glitch I've ever come across. I'm not a refugee.
Well, do you have the means to support yourself?
Oh, I have help from the other side, if I ever need support.
I'm afraid Article 30.1.7 stipulates that religious or spiritual assertions cannot count towards one's proof of self-sufficiency. I will repeat. For the last time, may I add, do you have means to support yourself?
I can take care of myself.
Right. Article 30.1.5 of the Council's decree on extraordinary wartime measures. I am confiscating that. The city thanks you for your contribution. Your name?
You are scamming me. Give me my money back.
Oh, take it up with the Duke if you don't like it. Now, your name?
That type of visual glitch really freaks me out. Don't know why. It's just creepy. My name is Shadow Lancer.
Well met, citizen.
Connection. Resonance.
What in the hell is...
The people of Baldur's Gate, in the name of Lord Enver Gortash.
State your business.
My assistants and I were out collecting blooms for that rub rot going around. Oof, nasty business. Contagious.
Uh-huh. Eyes open, body still.
Why?
The Watcher will communicate with our new intelligence directorate. They'll determine if you're a threat to the city. Upstanding citizens have no reason to fear. And you are an upstanding citizen, aren't you?
Behind the Watcher's gaze, a presence awakens. You are seen. You are known. Your party's prior transgressions are reflected in its stare, as witnessed by the cult's ever-alert, scrying eyes. It has seen the deep shadows of Grimforge, and the stone floors left bloodied. It knows the cold walls of Moonrise Towers, and the cultists who fell there. The Watcher speaks directly into your mind with a voice like poisoned honey.
You are marked for special treatment. Not simply an enemy of the people, but an enemy of the Absolute. Come quietly, or die.
Fine, I consent.
Your peaceful surrender has been noted. You will be transferred to Worms Rock Prison, where you will await further sentencing.
Eat this, you pile of junk!
Villains, take heed.
God damn it all!
Recovery
Find
is
these
imminent.
little bastards, or I'll have your heads!
Our readers will be outraged.
The fuck glitch is that?
Listen.
Of course.
Rooms, music, and all-round pleasant folks, from what I've heard. I'd probably break his nose. Good boy.
To do a damn job around.
Why does Worms Crossing have so few lodges?
Seems hard to imagine your efforts haven't always been appreciated.
How about the flop house? It has plenty of spare beds.
Great! We can farm with 10 other people and pray none of them has sticky.
Sounds familiar.
Word to the wise. Give that ill-mated temple a wide berth. Rude buggers. Certainly not bringing my trade there again.
I'm gonna start a new video in a sec once I'm done here.